Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer is back with another video of World of Warships, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the very important thing that no one is talking about, and that is the trap that Wargaming has set in the Steel Will event. And I'm not joking, I will explain that with all the proofs and very key information that will actually convince you that indeed these are wargaming traps in the upcoming Steel Will event 2025. And well, one of the ships that you will obtain is the Valparaiso, along with other ships, which again I will filter out some of the ships which will lead you to actually waste your hard-earned steel. And I'm not joking when I'm saying this. You will waste your steel literally for the ship that is the full trap by Wargaming. Okay, you might not see it, but I can already clearly able to see with the help of the previously available information and some of the schemes by Wargaming, which I kinda tracking for a very long time. So this video will be very helpful, and if you are a new viewer or an existing guy who have never subscribed to my channel, why not do this? Because these information you will not going to get from any YouTuber or streamer. This is the guy who will make sure that you save your steel, coal or anything by Wargaming as a trap, and I will make you avoid that trap and get for yourself the best Steel Will event ship. And I can guarantee you that you will be having more information, a clear vision of what you will be getting in your Steel Will event ship. This will be making your life hell a lot easier if you just watch this video. So let's start and talk about the trap. So as you guys all know, Wargaming has recently announced the development blog in which they have come up with 6 ships that are going to be the part of Steel Will event in the upcoming update. So you can see we have the Valparaiso, which is, by the way, the most broken battleship in the game, at least in my opinion, and also other YouTubers and streamers. You can go and check out their view, I would say their opinion, and you will soon realize that indeed that is broken in one way or the other. And then we have 2 other ships, which is I-5644, a tier 10 submarine, Le Havre, a tier 9 French cruiser, along with 3 tier 10 new ships, brand new ships having insane cost for steel, Hawaii, Bremen, Aki. And I will filter some of the ships very easily here because there is a big trap, and half of the ships in this whole list is a trap, and I will explain why. Okay, so if you look at the list of the ships, there are 2 very notable ships. The I-5644, that is costing 35,000 steel, insane price for a ship, and then there is also a Le Havre. But what if I tell you that these ships, both of them, are coming, or at least will be coming back, most likely, most probably, and these are the words by Wargaming, by the way, and that is that they will come in 6 to 9 updates from now. So you do not need to spend steel. They're most likely going to be available in the armory, like you find the Monmouth, the Gonzaga, the Incheon, the Seal. All those ships have something in common along with these 2 ships, which I will explain you in this key important thing. So as you can see, there it is, the I-5644 that is coming soon, right? And this is the ship that we will be finding out in a Steel Will event, costing you 35,000 steel. But look at the rarity of this ship. This is the uncommon ship, okay? Which means, and also let me just show you the France, and by the way, this is the mod that is actually showing me all the premium ships that we do have available in this whole game. And notice that we have another ship, that is the Le Havre, and that is also having the green, which is the uncommon rarity tag. You know what that really means? That these will be coming back as soon as they have the initial release, which they will be releasing next month in the Santa event, in the New Year event, whatever you call it. They will be back 6 to 9 months from now. And here's the reason why. So I will take you back to the development blog about the content, rarity and ship rotation, in which they have basically changed everything. The cost of research point ships, the steel ships, the coal ships, and that's why we are having the defense, the tier 10 coal, newest tier 10 coal cruiser, which is more than 400 410,000 coal worth of ship. That is ridiculously expensive, and courtesy of this ship rotation and ship rarity scheme. But here's the thing that's kind of giving me some good information, some valuable information that you will definitely going to get also the help from. So notice it says here, when a new uncommon ship is introduced, it will be assigned to a rotation group and become available again 6 to 9 updates after its initial release. So if they have uncommon tag, right, the Le Havre and the I-5644, you have seen they have the green tag enabled on them, which means that those are uncommon ships category, right? They will be available again 6 to 9 updates after its initial release, which will be the December. The December is the point where they will release these two ships. And that's why I would say that you should not spend any of your hard-earned steel from either on the submarine, a tier 10 submarine, neither on the Le Havre, because they will be soon available. These are the words by Wargaming. 6 to 9 updates from now, an uncommon ship will going to get released later. Okay, so to make my point even more solid, if you look at the armory, we have some new ships added, like for example the defense, the Incheon, Monmouth Seal, Jupiter 42, Gonzaga, Navarin, Picardy, Minigumo. And notice what is really common, except for the defense is costing you coal. So that is the exception. And I mean, the reason why they have added the epic ship, because they want you to spend that much coal. But if you really notice all the ships available for doubloons, notice the tag. This is the uncommon tag, and that's why you have seen them released in the armory. So most likely those two ships will also going to be available in 6 to 9 updates from now, just like you are seeing the Incheon, Monmouth and Seal and all these ships, even the Navarin. These are all uncommon category ships, and that's why we are seeing them right now in the armory, just because of that. So I hope you get the point. You should really filter out these two ships altogether. Just like I said, these are uncommon ships. They will be coming back 6 to 9 updates from now, and why spending that ridiculous amount of steel? Whereas if you save that steel and not spend on these ships, you can spend it on at least these new ships. These are also by the way older ones. The Valparaiso, the I-5644, the Le Havre, these are the old ships. Obviously they have come up with the what do you call it, like BA Utnapism, whatever the names of that, like BA Ronavale. So they have come up with the clones in the, I would say, like 2 to 3 months from now event. I remember that. So you will have those clones, but not these ones. They are in their initial release 1 month from now. So you will soon see them, I would say 10 months from now, most likely, just because Wargaming has said it right there. 6 to 9 updates, uncommon ship. They have said it. If they basically change their wording, or if they just literally do not care about this whole thing and just abusing this whole value from the content rarity just to make all the ships expensive, sure, they will not gonna be releasing this these uncommon ships like these ones. They won't be releasing them. But I totally believe that if they should be accountable for what they have said here in the content rarity. So they should give us the ships, these two ships, 6 to 9 to 10 months from now. And then another thing, and that is going to be a bit controversial one, something that you might not like at all, and also I would say my prediction. Now this is my prediction. It is totally possible that Wargaming won't do that, but honestly, since I have seen the whole trap for the last few years, that what Wargaming has done to bait and basically switch to make a ship overpowered, like for example in the case of carriers, they have done that. They have made the carrier like Colossus really broken. Maybe the ship, for example, I don't remember, the Shinano, for example, really broken. Yes, it's still broken, but it's definitely got nerfed, right? So my wild opinion, that I don't think so anyone would like to see that if you buy Valparaiso, and this is the biggest bait, Wargaming wants you to spend all the money, or I would say all the steel, on this battleship Valparaiso. Wargaming has created this ship broken. Okay, I mean, they have done that, and it shows everywhere. If you go across the servers, you look at the stats, it's clearly showing to be broken. Okay, by the way, it's a rare tag. Okay, so it's not like uncommon, so you won't be seeing it in the armory like this that you have seen the Incheon monomyth. Okay, so that is the exception. But here's the thing, everyone knows it's broken, everyone knows that it does have gimmicks. What will people do? Like, honestly, if I can give you a simple example. In financial markets, the markets, I mean the gold, the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, everything run by greed or fear. If everyone knows the Valparaiso is overpowered, what people will do? They will do exactly what market makers want you to do. They want you to buy this thing. They want you to bait you into buying the Valparaiso because they know that you think it's overpowered. Okay, so you basically gonna buy this only to realize that it's gonna get nerfed. This is the best way that wargaming can screw you all guys up, by simply making everyone buying Valparaiso and then nerf it down to the ground or something like that along the lines. Maybe not to the ground, but something that you will not gonna like it later on. That is that because this ship itself is not healthy in the ranked battles or even in the randoms. Okay, it takes a lot of time. I have made countless videos on Valparaiso, and this is the wild opinion of mine that they are baiting you. They are baiting everyone that you spend steel on getting Valparaiso because it's obviously very clearly looks broken. So everyone will buy it, by the look of the reviews, everything, and then they will nerf it. Like, this is the most easiest thing to do. Like, make people spend money on something and then everyone gets screwed up. Because, you know, that's how it works. That's how you basically manipulate the whole thing. And they will manipulate this thing like this with the release of Valparaiso and then nerfing it. Maybe 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 10 months from now, but this is most likely going to get nerfed. So here's the thing. Buying Valparaiso in the Steel Will event will going to be very risky. Well, if you are expecting it to get nerfed, then sure, go for it. Go for purchasing Valparaiso because you already expecting it to get nerfed, okay? And you understand the consequences of buying Valparaiso, and I mean, you should be expecting wargaming to do that, right? So you still buying Valparaiso, so at least you know what's gonna happen. But the players who don't know, they will definitely gonna get pissed. And to avoid this whole thing, I would say maybe don't buy Valparaiso right now. Why? Because Valparaiso will be coming back again in this way. So here it is another hint. So as you can see, Valparaiso is a rare ship category thing, okay? So rare ship will continue to debut through events or special free activities to make future access more predictable, which means Valparaiso, etc. Ship released within the rolling 12 update block, update 14.2 to update 15.1. So they basically giving you an example. So this whole year, this whole 2024 year, okay? And by the way, if I can show you the release date, well, it was initially released in the update 14.3. So definitely we can involve that Valparaiso in this update block, okay? So it will later become available for purchase during an annual summer festival, which means I would say update 15.5, as you can see. So in the 2026 summer, okay, you will most likely going to see Valparaiso again, just like Wargaming has said here, okay? It will later become available for purchase during an annual summer festival. Or what they have additionally said, that each ship in the block will follow a minimum time of 4 updates and a maximum of 15 updates. So you can basically expect to be having 15 updates, which means if Valparaiso got released in update 14.3, then you can expect some time, maybe the wait of 4 updates to a maximum of 15 updates, and that should be enough. Once all the players will buy the Valparaiso from the Steel Will event, we will eventually see coming back, okay? And whether they will nerf it during that time or not, because we have this window, okay? And they should be nerfing Valparaiso after they will be selling it in huge, I would say, numbers, okay? And then we do have the gap where we won't be seeing the Valparaiso getting sold out in anywhere or form, and then we will be seeing that in the summer annual festive event, whatever you call it, in the June, July, whatever that thing will happen in 2026. So you will be most likely seeing Valparaiso there, and then you can, after the nerfs, can easily justify your purchase. Very simple. Like, you just simply go and basically check that Valparaiso whether it gets nerfed after the steel will event or not. And once it comes back in the summer of annual event or whatever you call it, or even in that what you call it, the Santa Crates 2026, you will be the judge. You will soon realize that whether Wargaming has, nerfed that chip or not in 2026, and after, if they have nerfed it or they have not nerfed it, then you can buy the Valparaiso. This will not gonna make you feel bad if they nerf it, because obviously after the nerf you will buy it. But the players who are so much baited to buy it right now, they will most likely going to get baited buying it right now in the steel wheel event, and also gonna be spending their hard-earned steel only to realize that it get nerfs. Okay, this is something that I will give you. It's a risky option, but this is right there. You can do it whatever you want. So if I filter out these three ships, the Valparaiso, the I-5644 and Le Havre, then we have the three ships remaining. Pretty simple: the Hawaii, the Bremen, the Aki. Okay, now if you may be a fan of Bremen having 16 mains guns at tier 10, or maybe a fan of Hawaii having Austin guns and maybe the FK that does some wonderful things. If you are a fan of these playstyle or the ships, just buy that with the help of 15% discount. Now, I'm quite sure that if you buy these ships, okay, either the Hawaii, the Bremen and Aki, I don't think so they will be nerfing it. And I would totally think of that Wargaming will not gonna nerf it at least 7 or 8 months from now, at least. And I do think that they will not nerf. Why? Because we have the Prince Van Oranje and the G Hoffman that got previously released in 2024, and they haven't got nerfed. Okay, so they will most likely make them balanced enough and decent enough that if you spend your hard-earned steel on these are the most valuable, very interesting ones, the new ones. These are the new ships, and you can apply a 15% coupon, which can reduce the cost to around 34,000 steel. So that would be, in my opinion, the best purchase that you can do, and do not basically get baited into wasting the steel that Wargaming is trying to do with these three ships, for sure, 100%. Because these are uncommon ships, and Valparaiso, well, it's blatantly overpowered. Clearly, everyone knows, and Wargaming might baiting everyone to buy this. So I hope you get the point. I hope that you will apply 15% coupon on these ships. That is totally up to you. I want to give you my thoughts and opinions. I want to give you a guide, and that's what I have exactly done. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you get the value, and if you have any feedback, you can always let me know in the comments. I will directly answer your comment, what do I really think, and if you have any questions, you can definitely let me know. I will answer them separately, and would love to help you as much as I can in this whole thing, so that you will get the best value for your purchase, because you have hard earned that steel. Okay, and spending that steel, well, you should spend it wisely, and that's why I'm here. So thank you guys. Peace out.